Welcome back, ladies, gents, and everybody in between, to the Band of Misfits podcast, the showcase of controlled chaos we call our friendship. This week is Thanksgiving week. As everyone knows, this is going to get released after Thanksgiving, but happy Thanksgiving
This will be released on
anyway.
Black Friday.
Black Friday will get released, so
Ooh.
if you're a retail worker, God help you. Okay,
Yes,
let's move on. So first of all, I want to start by saying I am grateful to be back home and safe and healthy. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving and didn't travel like a dummy.
and didn't get in good big groups like a dummy. The amount of people I've been hearing are having like 10 plus people, family members come over for Thanksgiving, it's just very questionable.
Yeah. Anyway, so I want to start this off by saying that this is a topic that's very close to my heart, so I'm probably going to be talking the most about it. So, as we all know, the holidays are coming up. We've got one holiday coming up this week, and then Christmas and Easter and Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all that. Whatever you celebrate in your household. I forget what the pagan equivalent is. But whatever's coming up in your household, you're probably celebrating that. And most of those holidays have gifts involved in them. So, one of the biggest and worst ideas for a gift is getting somebody an animal, just in my opinion. And we all know that getting someone a dog as a gift is not a good idea, right? Like, or a cat. They're both huge responsibilities. They require tons of veterinary care. Everyone knows that, all right? But another group of animals that tends to fall victim to this kind of gifting and then getting bored of them, abandoning them, is small rodents, especially rabbits and guinea pigs. And ducks, like ducklings, do fall into this category. Ducklings and chicks fall into this category as well. But I'm talking about rodents because they're much more readily available at a pet store right now. So yeah, people will get bunnies for Easter, and then they'll often be abandoned or neglected because they're like way more work than people were expecting them to be, and they just don't want to continue to take care of them. So this podcast is all about why it's important to know all the responsibilities of getting any kind of pet before you get them, just because they don't seem like they cost much, basically. So, what's everybody here's experience with small rodents and I have a lot of experience. Like I used to keep guinea pigs, and I'm planning on getting some soon in my adult life, hopefully. So,
I have pet sit a large variety of animals. I pet sit gerbils, hamsters. My neighbor had a guinea pig that I pet sit for years. So I actually have quite a bit of experience with small rodents.
what about you, Muse?
Um, my one of my aunts has guinea pigs, so I got to learn about them. And one of my grandmother and my neighbor both had rabbits, and I took care of my neighbor's rabbit a lot of times. And my God, that rabbit needed so much attention.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Shioda's playing Stardew. What about you, Latte?
Well, I have no experience at all.
Yeah.
I've only seen a pet rat once in my life, and that's about it.
Uh, but yeah, So, like I said, this is a topic that's very close to my heart, and I've spent hours and hours on the internet researching guinea pig care because I desperately want them at some point, and it's a lot more complicated than it used to be, which is a good thing to get guinea pigs. First of all, I want to say and again, we're starting with guinea pigs because this is the one I know the most about. So the thing about guinea pigs is they need to be in a group. There are certain countries that have it illegal to have only one guinea pig. I believe it's either the Netherlands or Sweden. I can't remember it's Sweden. Thank you. My brother is telling me that. Uh, But basically, also my brother's code name is Bunny. He'll be joining us possibly for Among Us on Friday, hopefully. So we will see. And anyway, so they get incredibly lonely and depressed. Guinea pigs are herd animals, right? So they need at least one other guinea pig, and normally that's a mated pair. Um, two boars don't tend to... Oh, and also you can neuter a guinea pig, by the way. Just so you know. So don't freak out. Adoption centers always neuter and spade their guinea pigs before giving them up for adoption. So don't be worried about having tons of guinea pig babies or having to take care of them too. So I think people forget that you can neuter and spade those types of animals, but you totally can, and it's probably better so that they aren't neglected and given up when they have babies.
Yeah, people forget because they're so small that they're like, oh, how would it be done? I studied to be a veterinarian for years before deciding to change my profession due to changing interests, and I can confirm I have actually seen a guinea pig get spayed. So, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's the same as doing it for a regular animal. It's just on a smaller animal.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of great adoption agencies out there. The one I'm referencing is called Metropolitan Guinea Pig Rescue. I believe they're in the DC area for anybody that is in that area and looking to adopt. That's another thing. Please adopt, don't shop. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Always adopt over shop. Because, like, stores like Petco and PetSmart are just trying to turn a profit off of you. And they don't care well for their rodents. They just don't. Or their reptiles, for that matter. I wouldn't recommend getting a reptile from them either.
Or their fish.
Or their fish. Your best bet is to go to a local pet store if you want a fish. Or to go to always adopt, don't shop for most animals, though. But anyway, Metropolitan Guinea Pig Rescue's website is really cohesive and well explained for the beginning guinea pig care. Just the newbie of guinea pig care. I mean, so I would really recommend going and looking up their website.
Their link will be in our description. I'll put it in the description. So,
yeah. So, this is more of a guinea pig specific thing because most of what I've said so far applies to rabbits as well because they also need to be in pairs, really, because they're herd animals as well. And so a guinea pig specific thing is hay. So guinea pigs need hay in order grass, like specifically grass hay, in order to stay healthy because they provide fiber that guinea pigs need for digestion, and it also helps them grind their teeth because, like all other rodents, guinea pig teeth are constantly growing and need to be ground down over time. So hay helps them grind it down. They're a lot like wombats, yeah. They look a little bit like wombats, but they look more like a capybara. But anyway, so where do you get hay? What kind of hay do you provide, right? And I'm reading basically directly off the website because this is all accurate stuff. You kind of want to avoid alfalfa. Alfalfa hay is the one most commonly sold in pet stores like Petco. It contains tons of calcium, right? And guinea pigs that have tons of calcium in their diet can get these things called stones, and they can form in their bladder and their kidneys and stuff, and it causes their health to decline very quickly.
It's kind of like when humans get kidney stones.
Kidney stones.
It's very painful.
Little, tiny little babies, and they can't express pain, so it's probably way worse for them.
It's way worse because their organs are smaller, so they actually, most of the time when they have kidney stones and stuff, they can't pass them. So humans can sometimes pass them, but other animals struggle to, especially guinea pigs, and usually they have to go into surgery, which is very dangerous because an animal that small doesn't usually do well in anesthesia. So, yeah.
Yeah. I will say that there is an exception to alfalfa. in terms of nursing mothers or pregnant mothers or very young guinea pigs because they need the extra calcium to help develop their pups or to develop. But I recommend speaking to your veterinarian about what the best option is for your pet if you have a guinea pig, obviously. Where do you buy hay? So there's a lot of Timothy hay is the one I always used when I had guinea pigs. They love it. First of all, they please be cautious not to overfeed them because they will eat constantly and then they get fat. They're very cute when they're fat, but don't overfeed your guinea pig. There's Timothy hay, orchard grass, and bluegrass are the main recommended varieties. Second cut is the one you're going to look for, right? First cut has too many stems and is therefore too hard for them to digest. So you can get one of the biggest websites that this particular organization recommends is called Small Pet Select. You can order it online, or you can buy hay at any like farmer surplus store, anything like that as well. That most of that hay is appropriate for them. And that applies to rabbits as well. They require hay to stay healthy as well to help with digestion. So pellets are the things that are normally sold in pet stores. And I've got beef whip pellets because they do not have the proper nutrition for these little dudes. It really upsets me. Guinea pigs should be given a pellet-based food, about 1/8 a cup per pig per day, right? But 6 months or less can have some alfalfa with that. However, please don't buy pet store variety pellets because they contain almost nothing but calcium. Right? They contain nothing but calcium, and that is so bad for them. Guinea pig. There's a huge list. I'm not going to list all the different varieties that you can buy for your pigs, all the different pellets, but that resource list is going to be in the description. Please reference it and look at all the stuff you have to consider before getting one of these animals, right? Treats. So guinea pigs have something interesting about them where they don't produce their own vitamin C, right? So you need to provide them with vitamin C, and I've made this mistake in the past. Vitamin C drops in their water, do not cut it, right? You need to give them things like strawberries and carrots and vegetables and fruits at a smaller level that contain vitamin C, because really the best way to keep your guinea pig healthy is to give them a variety of fruits and vegetables in their diet. Oh my goodness. So Highland Baby Tab are these little tabs that you can give to babies that are vitamin C deficient, and they have been recommended by most major guinea pig care providers as appropriate for your pig. Or Cavi, if you prefer. Oxbow vitamin C biscuits or liquid C, but don't get the kind that comes from the pet store. They need to come from a human health food store. They're expensive, but they work better and they are much more concentrated in vitamin C. Vitamin C dissolves very quickly in water, so if you put it in water, it has to be extremely potent. And basically, they need to be... Even this website recommends that it be taken by a syringe and not put in their water, because it will dilute it if you put it in their water. Don't let PetSmart fool you. They're killing these animals at such a fast rate. Oh my god. Sorry, I don't mean to get so heated. I'm very upset about this. Let me see here. So we move on to the concept of bedding. So those of you who've had experience with guinea pigs, what have you seen them housed in most commonly? Everybody here.
So,
Woofers.
sorry, it's like two steps. Just background knowledge on me. I am currently working on paper for school, so I've actually had to mute myself both in Discord so they don't hear my typing and in OBS so y'all don't hear my typing. And I don't pull your eardrums out with it. But yeah, so guinea pig housing. I see a lot of those just little plastic houses and stuff. I don't even think the people I pet sit for, they didn't even have a house for their guinea pig, and I felt so bad for it.
Like, oh, I mean the caging. What kind of cage was he?
Oh, caging.
in?
Just wire cage with a plastic bottom that they covered in like a soft kind of like wood chip hay mix.
Yeah. So I have mixed feelings about this. Those small wire cages that they give you at the pet store, do not cut it for these little dudes. First of all, like I said, you want to get more than one, right? So that's not going to cut it for 2 animals. Let me make sure I have my facts straight so I'm not
I'll
blowing
say
smoke up
my
in your
neighbors only had
faces.
one. It was because this poor guinea pig had gotten given to a family with kids and this is another reason that they're not just for the holidays. It was given to them as an Easter present.
Yeah, what did I
And
say?
Kids lost interest in it.
What did I say?
So they took it in, and they didn't really pay attention. It was more of, oh, we don't want to like give it back to the pet store. We'll take care of it. But at the same time, they didn't really care about it. So it was kind of me who was always caring for it, and then my neighbors. And I love them. They're really nice people, but I don't think I had any idea what they were doing because they have a dog and a lizard as pets. So like they don't really take
The
care
care
of.
is so different.
Yeah, the care is really different, and I don't think they quite understood how to take care of it. So I always did my best whenever I was over there, which was almost every week because they were very busy with work and stuff. So, but yeah, no. So it was one guinea pig, but I will say they did have a large cage for it.
Okay.
Because they were considering getting a smaller cage and considering changing its feed, and I was like, no, it needs to be a big cage. And the feed that they were giving it was one of the ones that you said was good. I recognize the name. I can't remember what it was, but I did recognize the name. They were considering giving it either alfalfa or a different feed, and I was like, no. Especially because by the time they got it, it was an older guinea pig.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to give older guinea pigs pretty much any excess calcium.
I know. That's why I was like, that would be really bad for it. So
Timothy Hay is your best bet, like I said. But so most of the cage sizes are like maybe a couple feet, right? Like in square feet, I mean. So the minimum cage size standard for a single guinea pig, which I don't recommend, is 5.7 square feet of space. At the minimum, more is better. But since you're gonna have to get 2, like I said, because most guinea pigs can't be by themselves; they get depressed. The minimum is 7.3 square feet. The preferred is 10.5 square feet of space. Silence for a dramatic effect. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's like a whole like big square of your living room cut out for these little dudes. They are so worth it in my opinion. But if you don't have the space, that kind of space in your house, don't get these animals because it's not fair to them to live in a tiny little wire cage for their entire life, which by the way is like 8 or 9 years. So they probably won't live that long if you leave them in this big of a box, but still. And that varies depending on how many guinea pigs you have. So I'll let you look at the description if you're really interested. So the best thing to do for these animals is to either buy a pre-made CNC cage, and CNC stands for cubes and coroplasts. They're customizable, they're less expensive, and they're honestly they're a much better alternative to ready-made cages. Basically, what you'll do when you get a CNC cage, and the website is linked on the Metropolitan Guinea Pig Care website. You're going to build it up, you're going to set it up, and then build it the way you want. And it comes with like runs and landings where they can get their exercise. And it's a huge space. guineapigcagestore.com or cavicages.com for building. Those are the best websites that I recommend. Those are the ones that I reference when I'm looking at what I'm going to get for my cavies when I get them after I have my own place. So that's the ones I recommend. Midwest guinea pig habitats are good for ready-made cages. They have no top, and you don't have to have a top to you're good. You don't have to have a top to your cage unless you're worried about, because guinea pigs can't climb. They're chubby little dudes, right? They're not going to be able to climb. They're not rats, right? And they have stubby little legs. Unless you have a predator animal, if you have a cat, please don't get guinea pigs. I'm sorry. It's not fair to the guinea pigs because it just stresses them out. And guinea pigs can't have heart attacks. Just so you know. So please don't do that to them. Midwest guinea pig habitat, like I said, or Merichoro of Italy. They're snap to clean. So basically you snap them open and then open it up and pour a little bit of vinegar on a towel after you get all the junk out and just wipe it down. Make sure it's not like super strong smelling vinegar. You're one of the milder varieties because guinea pigs have incredibly sensitive noses. But that's what I always use to clean. Amazon Basics Pet Habitats. Basically, there's tons of resources on here. But yes, you're going to need at least 10.5 feet of space for the guinea pigs you're going to need. Also, that brings me to bedding. So there's a couple different acceptable varieties of bedding. You've got paper bedding, aspen, blends, and fleece. So with paper, sometimes you'll put a paper bed down and then put fleece over it, and then you can wash the fleece and throw out the newspaper. Or if you just have aspen, you're going to make sure that you're cleaning that daily and scooping. You're going to have to clean out the cage once a week. All that kind of stuff. You know, I could go on and on for hours about all the things that these little dudes need for care. And pretty much everything I said applies to rabbits, except rabbits you can buy leashes for and walk them around because they're basically like cats. Except they're not. Except they're much cuter. Sorry, cats. Muse is shaking her head at me. Look, I don't dislike cats. I do like cats. But I just have such a soft spot in my heart for little rodents. I have to say. I just prefer them. I don't know.
Cats are always better.
I guess I've always had a soft spot for prey animals over predator animals anyway. Like, I love dogs, but prey animals have always been very close to my heart. So I could go on and on and on about all the things you need to do to take care of these little dudes. But basically the gist is that it's cost thousands and thousands of dollars to take care of guinea pigs over their lifetime. They think it's just like a hamster. People think it's just like a hamster where they live for like 1 to 2 years. And then they're like, okay, that was cute and fun. It's sad, but like now we can move on. It costs like maybe $500 to care for it over its lifetime. Guinea pigs are not like that. Guinea pigs are a long-term commitment. And they live about as long as a Great Dane, like I said. So like, and they cost about as much to care for. You need access to an exotic vet, all the food and the bedding. And if you go out and buy your kid one of these animals, a rabbit or a guinea pig, and think that that kid is going to be able to take care of it, you are dead wrong. That's just how it is. These are extremely high maintenance animals. They're very sensitive. They can't be locked up in a child's bedroom where they're going to get ignored. They need to be out where the family is, like out in the living room. So that's like I said, like 10.5 square feet of your living room gone. And you are going to be the ultimate caretaker of the animal because you are the adult in the situation. I'm so sick and tired of adults putting the blame on children for not taking proper care of the animals in their household. They don't know. They aren't ready for that kind of responsibility. You need to do your own research and decide if you are the one that's going to take care of those animals. When my little dude broke his leg, my mom spent thousands of dollars getting it fixed, but that was a commitment she readily made because she was incredibly invested in that little dude. She was like, I don't like rodents. It's like when your dad says that, like, no, we aren't getting a dog, and then like bonds with all the dogs like my dad did. My mom was like that. No, I don't like rodents. She would go in there all the time to feed him and like clip his nails, and like like I said, she spent like $5,000 getting his little foot fixed when it broke. Like he had a little splint on it and everything. Like he was so, bless his heart, but my mom was not gonna let him like sit there with a broken leg. Because my mother is a responsible adult that knows that she's the adult in the situation that needs to take care of an animal. You know what I mean? Then that her like 11-year-old didn't know how to do that. So relocating. Let's say it's the worst case scenario. You got gifted a guinea pig. You weren't prepared for the amount of care or cost it was going to take. The time and cost it was going to take to take care of this animal. Where can you go to safely what's the word? Where can you go to safely surrender it? So guineapigfinder.com. You can post an ad on there, release it to a place like this great organization, Metropolitan Guinea Pig Rescue down in DC if you're in the area. You'd have to find your specific area for cavy rescues, but and the American Humane Society does take in these animals as well. So don't just abandon it and hope it dies soon, because that's disgusting. I don't mean to get so emotional over this, but like nothing disgusts me more than when people are like, it's gonna die soon anyway. Like, I'm sorry that this life is not worth your time.
If you purposely neglect your animal, that is animal abuse. You are abusing your animal, and you have no right to own an animal.
Yeah,
We
no.
were supposed to have a light conversation this
I'm
week.
sorry. This is serious stuff. Animal
This is a
care
very
is
informative
important.
thing, yes.
Like, this is important, and the holidays are coming up. This is a time where you're supposed to care for one another and cherish each other. Like, don't just hope that, like, don't wish for an animal for Christmas. Please do the research. Be prepared for the cost. Apply to adopt, always. That's most of what I had to say, to be honest. This is mostly a PSA. I want to, like, I just want to say I love cavies. But there's a reason I don't have them right now. That's all I'm saying. Like, I die to have some guinea pigs right now, but I just don't have the time to care for them. And I get it. They're so cute. They're so cute. And they're very snuggly. But, like, they're very snug. They're very snuggly. They're very social. They're very sweet. Very sweet. And, you know, if you amuse, I don't appreciate you laughing at me because I'm dead serious right now. They're very sweet and they're very cuddly and, like...
No, I'm just laughing at the cuddly part because it's hard for me imagining you like being able to.
Not like that, but like they love to
Like,
they love to sit on your lap and like be
Yeah,
pet
no,
and,
I'm
like...
just imagining trying to hug a guinea pig.
Oh, well, of course not. Bunnies, yeah, bunnies you could probably hug because they get pretty big. But
Yeah.
like, guinea,
Yeah,
obviously,
that's all.
don't let your
That's
child
all.
squeeze your guinea pig. That is not a good idea. Please don't do that. That's
Yeah.
not a... They're tiny. Please
Yeah,
be gentle with them.
I was just laughing at that image, not at you.
Okay, I was like, yeah, I'll go off on this podcast. But I get it. They're super cute. They're super cute. Very sweet. They're very sweet. I'll always remember like coming home after school, and Larry would be so excited to see me. And they do this thing called popcorning where they jump up and down and they make big squeaky noises when they're excited to see someone. It's so cute. But they're not just an accessory. They are living things that require your love and attention almost constantly. So this Christmas, please get your kid a stuffed animal, not a guinea pig. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I didn't have much else to say, really. I'd like to go on kind of to a second phase of it where I like talk about things I'm thankful for. I guess I'm thankful to never have to go back to campus again. Basically, I'm done. I'm student teaching in Charlotte next semester. So with one of the most, like I said, I told the group this. I was excited about it because this woman is one of the most highly respected educators in the state that I'm working with, and that's an honor. Like that they think that I'm capable of learning from her and respecting her classroom because she's worked so hard to build it. So I'm excited to develop as an educator. That's what I'm most grateful for right now. And also that I'm healthy and that I'm safe. Oh. What about y'all?
Muse.
Muse.
I can see you trying to avoid a rise.
What's up?
I mean, I get. Oh, Shiona, you don't do that.
Shiona turned his camera off. We'll still call you out, dude.
I guess I'm grateful that none of you all have gotten sick.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I've lost a friend this year, so I'm just glad all are safe and healthy and that we're at least able to do the podcast and still communicate with each other. Because I had a conversation with my father over the weekend where it's like, what we have is very rare. To have a friendship that's lasted for 10 years plus is not common, so I'm definitely grateful for that.
It is incredible, and we've said this in previous podcasts that our parents were like, you're going to fall out of touch when you get to college and you're not going to be friends with these people anymore. And for some people that was the case, it's just the way it goes sometimes. But with us, that's never changed. And that's something I'm grateful for too.
And I hope when we're done with college and we are moved out on
And we're
our
old.
lives, we still stay.
Oh, we will. We will. We're all stuck with each other.
We were stuck with each other for life. For sure. What about you, Wolf?
I am thankful, that you guys are still my friends. And that we are surviving COVID. Yay!
Are we?
I mean, we're not thriving. We're surviving.
We're not thriving. We're surviving. We're making it through.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten sick. Haven't been hospitalized. I know I'll probably just jinx it. Where's wood? Knock on wood.
Oh God.
Specifically for me, only because I believe more high risk than you guys since I have asthma. Yeah, I'm thankful for that. I would feel more thankful if I didn't have final exams.
Oh,
or if my final exams were over. But no! Thank you, professors. Oh my God. I've been working on one of my final exam essays right now. I have 156 out of the required 500 words, and I'm done. I don't want to write anymore.
Me?
I don't know what I'm going to write. This is the one that I told y'all where it was broken into 3 parts where I had to make 2 different timelines. And that took forever because it was on like timelines on stuff that we did throughout the year. And then it's a 500 word minimum essay. And that's 1 essay out of 4, by the way. And 50 multiple choice, true, false, and fill in the blank answers. It's a big final. It's bull. I'm not very happy. But yeah, so I'd be more thankful if I wasn't doing that right now. But
Right.
I hear you giggling.
I'm so glad I don't have any more papers to write. I'm done with writing paper. Well, no, I have one more paper to write, but it's about the oboe, so I think I'll be okay.
Oh, right. I
You lucky
finished
duck.
before you two.
Yeah, I hate
Yeah.
you.
Forgot about that.
It's all right. I'm okay with it. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sad to be leaving. I'm sad that this was the last orchestra concert I ever played in was like months ago. Which sucks.
Mhm.
But hey, I played the right, so I still have horrible nightmares when I wake up and my orchestra director is standing over me like that we did these clapping exercises to learn the right because the rhythm is what's hard about the right, not the notes, the rhythm.
Oh my god,
But that's like with every song.
I still remember in band class when we would go to start a song and we would play the first note and our band director would be like, "No, stop, you guys got it wrong." It was the worst. I was like, "We just started. What do you mean we got it wrong?" Oh my gosh.
That was when we first learning how to use the bow in orchestra back in 6th grade.
Oh,
I'm talking
is
about
there
high
anything
school with
worse
Mr.
than
C.
beginning string players?
Oh,
Oh God.
God.
Or when did y'all's orchestra teachers ever do the thing? So my band director in high school would do this thing where he would direct and then he'd get down and he'd start walking down the aisles as we're playing to like make sure that we're playing and that we're
He didn't really
playing the
do that
right
to us
notes,
that
and it was
often.
kind of terrifying.
He did it in high school. Like not he would like walk to a certain section at some point and it's like, no, this way.
It never bothered me that much. But I just like I was the one that wanted to be a professional musician, so my like didn't that kind of stuff didn't really.
Yeah, like I would have gone with music. It's just high school really ruined it for me just because it was nothing but competition throughout the entire time.
It really was.
And it was like there was with the orchestra we have like the chairs where it's like first violin and second, and I was in cello section and there was 6 of us at the time, and I got second chair and I lost it like 1 week later.
Ugh.
And I lost it all the way to being the 5th chair. And oh my god, our should I mention his name or no?
I wouldn't.
I would, yeah, no, but you know who I'm talking about. But
I know who you're talking about.
He bombarded me so much, like getting on me, like, why am I failing? Why am I not doing this? Why can't I play? And I was still suffering from my wrist surgery.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Man.
So,
There's a lot of things I'm grateful for in my musical career. I'm grateful for my experiences with Mr. C, who was my marching band director in high school. He changed the way I looked at music education. And I didn't think I wanted to be a teacher until I met him, for sure. No, I'm grateful for him, for sure. That's someone I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for all the people that supported me in my coming out. I'm grateful for the people around me. What about you,
I
Shooter?
I think the thing with teachers is you don't realize you want to be a teacher unless you meet that one teacher that really hits it on the nail.
Oh yeah.
Like that was the same for me. Like I detested English. Yeah, then I met Mr. D and was like, this is what I want to do with my life.
I didn't like Mr. D because of you and him. You two, I swear.
I took honors and AP classes in English for most of high school, and man, AP English senior year, what a mess. Man, none of those kids wanted to act out the Shakespeare. That's the
Oh
fun
my
part of
God,
reading
yeah.
Shakespeare. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was just because I was a theater nerd, but they gave me the witch part in Macbeth, and I was all over that. I had my witch voice. Everyone was like, weirdo. I'm like, let me enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Dude, I got made a guard because I was apparently very good at fight scenes.
I love that.
And then, oh my god, this poor kid in our class. Oh my god, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was a jock, and he was just very. I'm not saying like ditzy, but he was just very clueless. And he got made Romeo, and the poor guy.
Well, Romeo is kind of ditzy and clueless, so it fits.
I know, but he like struggled so much. I was just standing there going, oh, and there's one scene, I loved this scene. So I died, because I was a guard, and I died in one scene. And my teacher was like, you're dead! Act dead! And I went, oh! And I just fell over in class. I was laying on the floor. My teacher was like, okay. That's one way to die. I went, told me to die. I'm dead. I'm dead, see? Nah. She was like, at least you're enjoying yourself. I was like, oh yeah.
The most cartoon
Oh, man.
way.
I was actually been volley for most of Romeo and Juliet,
Oh,
which
Oh.
like y'all know me, you know. I don't know. I just thought that was a perfect fit for me,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
but I was just assigned that.
Yeah. Can I just say, I still find it fascinating. Like, we were doing something like that last year, mind you, junior year of college. And one of my classes, we are reading a play. There's still people in their 20s. Like, you would think, I don't know, it just surprises me how much people still struggle to read. Like, I don't know.
I mean, you've seen me reading something, like
Yeah.
but that's just because of my disabilities.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
it's
your
just like
fault.
it's almost the whole class was like this. And I'm like, wait, is this like, I don't know, is it just me or is that just normal?
I haven't had that much experience with that. I've always read pretty well.
Yeah.
Out loud, but it's part of that's acting and being very self-assured in my adult life now. So it's a lot of it's probably just being anxious, being in front of reading out loud in front of the class.
Maybe.
Like most people just don't like reading in front of people. That's
Yeah.
a lot of it. It's just never bothered me because I used to be an actress, so it's like it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Really.
like I'm always shy and nervous, but I just find it fascinating that it was so many of my classes actually that were like this, and almost all the other classmates were struggling. I don't know. I've always noticed that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What about you, Latte? What are you thankful for?
Oh yeah. Back to
I'm not sure. I feel like the reading issue sometimes affects people, like their public speaking, like they get nervous.
Oh yeah, that's probably a lot of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just being nervous to speak in public.
Mhm.
And again, a lot of that I have an unfair assessment of it just because I am a teacher. I speak publicly all the time. You guys know I talk a lot. I'm self-assured. I'm very confident. I didn't used to be this way, but I certainly am now, which I'm grateful for. But yeah. Anyway, I'm grateful for y'all. I am. So I know this is a bit of a shorter podcast, but I'm not sure what else to feel like I really made my point at the beginning and not sure what else to say. So,
I mean, this could be a short.
just that we hope y'all are staying safe. Whatever you celebrate at home, Yule or Christmas or Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, a very happy whatever that is to you.
Please make wise choices, though.
Please make
Please.
make
Yes.
wise choices. For real.
Yes, please do.
We're gonna be. I've already resigned myself because I know I'm probably going to be student teaching online next semester.
Yeah. Oh, and I can't wait for next podcast. Wolf, that's up to you.
Aw, flippin' hell. Is it really?
Yeah, your birthday is next week.
My birthday's next Tuesday?
Yes.
You didn't know?
I haven't looked at a calendar. That's right, because I have a meeting on Monday. I have a meeting Monday, and I have a final exam the morning of my birthday.
Why did you think I messaged you? Guess what I'm making next week?
Is that why you're making me the cookies?
Yay!
Oh, I forgot what my own birthday was. Oh, this is tribute to how much I pay attention. Oh my god, my birthday's next Tuesday. That's less than a week.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought there was still like 2 weeks.
Nope. Next week.
Wow.
You're about to be 22.
I want to be 22. Wow.
Wow.
Oh my god. Wow. I need to look at a calendar more often. I say something. There's one hanging
Oh
up
my
on the
God.
room right there. I was gonna look at it on Saturday because I have a final exam next week. I was like, I know it's on Tuesday, but I don't know the date for Tuesday. I know Monday was the 30th because I have a meeting on Monday, a little 30-minute meeting for my internship I completed. It's a little like internship ending meeting. I couldn't remember if there was 31 days in November or not. It didn't click. It also didn't click that November 30th, your birthday is next week, Wolf. Birthday is December 1st. What comes after November? December. That didn't click in my brain for some reason. Okay, my excuse.
That was the best reaction.
My excuse is my brain is dying from college.
That's all of us. But still, that was the best reaction. My God.
We're about
You
to.
really shocked me with that too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh my god.
Yeah, you need to think of something. You have 8 days to think of.
Oh geez, no
Oh man.
pressure.
Yeah.
Well, have a great holiday season, everyone, and we'll be seeing you. Who knows? Maybe we'll do some holiday themed stuff. Maybe that could be your thing, Wolf. Just a history on holidays and stuff. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh no, I'll have to figure something out. I'm gonna need to go to y'all for ideas because I ain't thought of this.
I already have mine.
No wonder you were like, oh, you need to figure out what you're doing for your podcast. You were asking me about that a couple times last week. You were like, yeah, you need to figure out what you're doing for podcast. I was like, I got time.
Not anymore.
not anymore, clearly. Holy crap.
We have the list. You can look at the list. If you
Yeah,
can't
we
think
got
of
a
it.
list of topics. We have a Google Doc where we put a bunch of topic ideas down. So I will have to refer to that because I don't know what I'm going to do. I got so distracted with college.
Have a backup plan if only 3 people show up along that the hard way.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, good night, everyone.
You surprised me with that one, Muse. My birthday's Tuesday. Go figure. But yeah, good night, everyone.
Good night. Have a great Thanksgiving, y'all.
Happy
Have a great
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Enjoy
Also,
your turkey
if you are
holiday.
Native American and don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you are having a lovely time, and please stay safe because I know your communities are at risk right now.
Yes, stay safe, please.
Yeah.